me, son.
Alright, what's up guys? I got a quick video for you today. Something got me really excited as we're building the electric sport bike from China. We are doing that, by the way. It is taking a little bit of time. It's not an easy process to upgrade a motorcycle. But we found something that was so surprising that I just felt like I needed to make a video. So what we did, we were ripping the whole bike apart, right? And Lord Kurt was making the battery. And so we pulled out the battery pack, the original one that came in the electric sport bike. There it is. All right. So.
Well,
Weird.
negative of cell 1 to positive of cell 20, theoretically. Yeah, it's 20S.
It actually was a lithium ion battery. It actually was a 72 volt, 40 amp hour battery. However, running some tests on the cells in that battery, it looks like it was a heavily used battery. The capacity doesn't seem like it's holding much charge. So it was probably a heavily used battery that they just stuck in the bike because it fit the specs and shipped it off to me, hoping that they never heard from me again. So while it was a lithium ion battery, it's hard to say at this point. We don't know exactly, we're not fully certain exactly the condition it's in, but it looks like it is pretty much a crap battery, just a battery that you would just pick up and suplex straight into a dumpster. Yeah, so that's the bottom line. I just want to do a quick video. It's so confusing. So we took the battery pack out last night, and so this is what it looks like right now. Let me show you the battery pack. So there's the one that we're making right here, and then here is the one that we found in there last night. We did take some cells out to test them already, but this is it. This is it. Lithium ion looks like a really nice, well-constructed battery. All the welds are good, very well-assembled battery for sure. So while it is a lithium ion battery pack that is rated for the right output that we want, chances are it's just so heavily used or old or something that it's just performing very poorly. So we are testing a couple batteries over here. Inconclusive at this point. I'm still waiting for it to all charge and then discharge, see how much it all holds. So we had to, these batteries are actually too big to fit in this charger. These are 26650s, so these are by no means small batteries, but these ones are significantly larger than 26650s. These are actually custom made batteries, we found out. There's no other, it's just a custom sized battery that they probably use all the time over there in China. So kind of strange. Anyway, we ran a charge last night and they seem to hold a decent amount, but the amounts are jumping around so much that it just looks like it's a worn out battery pack. Not quite conclusive enough just yet. However, by the time we figure out if those are good or not, we're gonna have already tested the bike and everything, so you're gonna have a video at that point. Anyway, I just wanna keep you guys updated as it happens. I don't wanna, not post for like 3 weeks and then have a huge episode, as much as you guys will get that next time. Also, it does turn out that the charger that I got with the bike, well, this is the second one because the first one fried itself, but the charger that he sent me is going to work with our new battery pack. So that's super exciting. This is what it's rated for. It's 72 volt, 20 amp hour charger. So yeah, anyway, very, very strange findings. I was not expecting this. Right when he opened it up, I was like, this has to be lead acid batteries. The performance, the weight, the everything was pointing towards lead acid, just the shape of it and everything too. But when we opened that up and saw the green cells in there, definitely not what we were expecting. But it's not looking too hopeful, but they were holding some charge. So I'll let you guys know, I'll keep you guys up to date, but you guys should be expecting a video hopefully in the next week or something when we have this new battery pack in that bike reassembled and running our first tests. So some of you guys saw my YouTube post that said like, what the heck, I'm so confused right now. Found some crazy stuff on the electric sport bike, some exciting but like tragic things. I use the word tragic because what we found if this battery is actually a really good battery, we did find that the charging wire was not connected to the battery. It's strange because it came completely dead. The bike came completely dead. First video, I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't realize that it was like zero capacity on the battery, and so the bike wouldn't do anything. But I did charge it that first time, and the charger that the guy sent me fried itself. And then once I got a new charger, I plugged it back in and it did charge it. It did charge the bike, which is strange because we found that the charger wire wasn't connected, or if it was super loose in there. So here's the actual footage we found. The charger wires seemed to be connected, but it seemed to be a very, very bad connection because he just pulls a piece of cardboard, like not super lightly, but not like it's a piece of cardboard. It shouldn't rip a soldered wire off of the BMS. But it did. So it was a really bad connection. And looking at it again, I looked at the battery, the connection was clearly just a bad solder, or the wire had gotten super weak over time. So thinking back on it and everything, because it did charge the bike when I plugged it in and everything, the charger didn't read like the amount it was charged. It just kept charging and charging, and I left it plugged in, for 6-7 hours or whatever. So it was kind of behaving strangely, definitely. But it did charge when it came down to it, or seemingly it charged. So I think the wire was just a really bad connection. If the battery pack is a good battery pack that was already in there and the charging wire just wasn't allowing it to charge, that would have been very tragic. That would have been a very sad reality. But I think because the wire was technically connected, I think that it was charging, but the battery is crap. That's what I think. So the battery pack we made is for sure 100% going to put out extreme amounts of power. So regardless, it's going to be an awesome, even if we have to scrap the original lithium ion battery because it's crap and then just put the one we built in there, it's still going to put out some mad power. So I'm okay with it. But the implication with this, if it is a really good battery pack and the charging wire wasn't connected right, wasn't actually allowing it to charge correctly, the implication for this now is that we can actually combine the two battery packs and boost this thing insane amounts of power. We're even looking at wiring diagrams and whatnot for the Zero motorcycles, which are insane beasts of motorcycles, electric motorcycles. And the wiring diagram on those bikes actually is very similar to the one we have. We just have to boost the components to get on the same level as Zero. I don't think we can hit those numbers at all with just a hub motor and all that kind of stuff, but we can get close for a fraction of the cost. So that's the hope. And also because it was a lithium ion battery in the motorcycle, and if it's a good lithium ion battery, just bad charger connection, I feel really bad for having said, it was lead acid and everything, performance. It's just that's what it seemed like. And the battery wasn't putting out much power. It wasn't consistent. There's a lot of battery sag where every time you hit the throttle, the battery would drop insane amounts of voltage and wouldn't get you up to speed very fast, that kind of thing. So if it actually was a good battery pack, but there was just a bad solder on a charger connection, that it would make me feel bad, definitely. But when it came down to it, it's still a faulty product. As sad as that would also be the reality. But that being said, I honestly think that the battery that we pulled out of the bike was just a heavily used battery and not actually usable for us moving forward. But if we test it and it all checks out pretty well, we can combine both batteries and freaking launch this thing. It's an exciting time, but I doubt it's going to amount to anything, but we'll let you guys know next video. I do have a freaking full build coming up soon. I just want to get this to you guys because it may take still another week or two, but it's exciting time. The new battery pack is almost ready to stick in that motorcycle and see what happens. We may have to change a little bit of wiring around to actually put the best power down to the ground as possible, but that's still to be determined. That is coming next video. I'm excited. It's going to be awesome. We did all the calculations and it's finally coming to the point where we're actually assembling it and then testing it, and that's the exciting part. So that's coming for you guys next video. I didn't want to put too much content into that one video. Another video is coming down the road, exactly how we assembled the battery and how to make your own battery pack just like we did. A lot of good stuff coming for you guys. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.